Welcome back to the Farm2Table Show. Today we're talking about small space, big harvest. 5 things to grow this month. Good morning, everyone, especially my morning crew. Hope your day is off to a great start. We're getting right into it today. Small space, big harvest. 5 things to grow this month. Let's get into why growing your own food in a small space can be life changing. We're diving into this topic today. It's very close to my heart, small space gardening. Even if you live in the city, apartment, or on a modest suburban lot, this episode is packed with ideas for ways you can start growing food this month. Let's show how even a small patch of soil or a sunny windowsill can yield big rewards. With rising food prices and the desire for quality, fresh produce, taking on small scale gardening is both a practical and faith filled challenge. It's all about intentionality, using every available patch of light, whether on a balcony, a countertop, or a community garden plot. Small space gardening teaches us patience, stewardship, and creativity. In a world where convenience often wins out, nurturing a tiny seed into something edible reminds us of God's provision and our ability to care for the earth no matter the size of our plot. Let's break down the 5 things that you can grow starting this month, even if you're working with limited space. First up in the chute is herbs. Not herb, but herbs. Herbs are one of the easiest and most rewarding crops for a small space, whether it's basil, as I like to call it, but basil, mint, or parsley. Herbs thrive in pots and offer flavorful additions to your meals. They're also great for indoor window sills. A little pot, a sunny spot, and regular watering can yield herbs to last weeks. Plus, there's nothing quite like the fresh aroma of basil in the morning light. I tell you what it is. It's nice when you have those little smells, those little things, aromas in there. I always liked mine on the kitchen window sills in those lights in my old house. I'm going to have to find the light in this house. But anyway, so yeah, and make spices up the food a little bit, and there's just something fresh. You're making your own instead of grabbing it from the storefront. Anyway, next up is salad greens. All right, salad greens like spinach, arugula, or baby kale. They're quick to sprout. They don't require deep soil. A simple container or even a recycled container from your kitchen can become a mini salad bar. The bonus, they're nutrient packed, ensuring you're eating your greens even in the busiest seasons. Yes, we need our greens, okay? Helps kind of keep the old system moving. I like the carnivore guys, the carnivore diet, nothing like a good steak and some eggs and some of those things. I'm all about that and regular vegetable stuff, but you got to have the old green or the roughage kind of helps things work right inside the system. Anyway, now that leads us to microgreens, which is a newer thing that has seemed to pop up, and they are the tiny superheroes of nutrition. They're fast growing, sometimes ready to harvest in just 10 to 14 days, and bring a burst of flavor and color to your dishes. Growing them doesn't need a garden plot. A shallow tray and some potting mix are enough. They're a perfect fit for those moments when you need a quick crop of vitamins. And I will tell you that I'm fascinated by it because the spaces you can do it in. College dorms. I know that was the story that was shared with us. Was that that was one of the things this guy was growing in his college dorm, so they can literally be done anywhere. It's small space, and by all accounts, everything is good there. So I mean, I'm with that. Now, here's one that I'm a favorite fan of: cherry tomatoes. I like tomatoes, even if they don't always. I got to be careful how much I eat. But anyway, cherry tomatoes, even in a small pot, can be highly productive. They're vigorous, they're fun to grow, and they're ideal for containers that get plenty of sun. Just make sure you have a sturdy support, which that's tomatoes need that. And you're well on your way to tasting sweet tomatoes right off your balcony or kitchen table. And that's my favorite thing about these small containers, small space things is where you can do it. And finally, number 5 on the list, and then we'll go through some things. Finally, radishes. Uh, one of the fastest crops around. Within a few weeks, you can go from seed to crunch. Again, they don't require deep soil, so even a shallow planter works. Their peppery taste can spice up salads, sandwiches, or even be enjoyed on their own. And they remind us that sometimes the quickest growth can be the most satisfying. So as you can see, those are 5 things right off the bat. And like I said, good morning to everybody that's in the chat. Good morning. This is a live chat event. Glad to see you all in. We're doing the arrangement just a little bit different this morning. So we're getting straight into the topic off the bat. But anyway, let's move right on with tips, tools, and techniques, because this is very important. Because now that you've got your list, and there's some other things you can do in that space as well. Exactly, lots of different kinds of things you can do. Besides just those 5, that was just 5 that I popped up there. So anyway, now that you got your list, let's talk practical tips to ensure your small garden space is a success. Container selection. That's very important. I learned this the hard way too one time about not having drainage. All right. Recycle old containers, buckets, or even repurpose items like mason jars for herbs. I remember we started them. I had them in like little jelly jars at one time. Those things work out really good on a small windowsill. Soil and fertilizer. Use a quality potting mix designed for container gardening. Uh, Adding compost or organic fertilizers can boost growth and flavor. Now, some of those other tricks we've talked about, as far as like uh, eggshells and some of those little DIY hacks on how to, get some boost into your thing, can be done in the small space as well. But soil is always the one of the biggest things. Watering and light. Keep an eye on water needs. That's was always one of my weaknesses. Small pots dry out fast. Try to place your garden where it can soak up at least 4 to 6 hours of sunlight daily. And yes, there's a good tips. A lot of good tips coming out over there in the chat. So pay attention to that. Food grade and safe. Yes, that is very important on anything you're growing food in that is plastic and that type of thing, or could have other stuff in it. But yeah, water and light. So you got to figure out which side of your house gets the best light and uh, where to go with it. So next is vertical gardening. Consider using wall-mounted planters or trellises. Vertical space is often underused, yet it can be a fantastic way to expand your growing area. Now, I've seen those on like patios and balconies, and that's a plus thing there as well. So, can't grow out, can't grow deep, maybe you can grow tall. Now, seasonal planting, that's an important part. Be aware of your local frost dates and the specific growing seasons for each crop. With herbs and microgreens, you can often grow year round indoors with a sunny window or supplemental lighting, i.e., like a grow light or something like that. That'll help keep it going, and that is the hand. That is really cool about being able to do that in that small space. Um, and I've seen the vertical stuff, and I like it. I like any alternative that allows us to grow. Um, these strategies will not only help you be efficient, but also echo our larger life lessons, making the most of what you have, growing with intention, and trusting God to multiply our small efforts. And here's where, garden meets our spiritual journey a little bit. Each seed holds the potential for a flourishing plant. Each small act of stewardship is an act of faith. When you tend your little garden, whether it's herbs, salad greens, or cherry tomatoes, you're nurturing hope and creating a tangible symbol of God's provision. So our challenge in this area, is pick one of these 5 and get started. Maybe you've been curious about growing microgreens, or perhaps a pot of basil on your kitchen windowsill. It's the perfect start to your morning coffee ritual. Whatever it is, spend time planting and tending your garden, whether that's a small one or a big one. Um, it takes tending, it takes effort, and consider sharing your progress with us. We'd appreciate it if it's something you try. We want to hear about it, and let people know. Because hey, might start somebody else doing it. Small space isn't about having acres. It's about making the most of the space you've been given and trusting that every seed will go into planting. So I moved through that. It's always hard for me to gauge my speed when I'm going through these, but I like to do it. Good morning, Janae. Glad to have you in with us this morning. Scotty, Tracy, Tim, y'all guys. Good morning, Roy. Good morning, Robbie. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Ed. Uh, let's see, am I missing anybody? I think I got Jack. I seen Jack in early this morning. Uh, and so we're going to jump right on in. And speaking of Jack, let's go right on over and get the redneck weather report. Let's see what's happening in the weather today in Jack's world. All right.
Good morning, Rednecks. It is 55 degrees, April the 15th, 2025. We got a 12-mile-an-hour northeast wind, making it feel like it's still 55, and we're going to get to 66 today. God bless y'all. We'll see you again.
All right. Thank you, Jack. I seen that Gillum Farms uh, cup you got there, Jack. Yeah, I like that. That's a good looking coffee mug. And yeah. Um, Appreciate all the tips that are popping in up over here. Y'all guys that grow, especially like Tracy and Roy, and y'all guys that grow this stuff, throw your tips in there about things as you hear the comments going. So thanks, Jack, for that. It's kind of a cool down today. This next couple of 2 or 3 days. I know we got rain forecasted for the weekend, and I'm not happy about it, but here we go. Got to deal with it. It is the spring. The old April showers bring May flowers. So anyway, there's that. So let's jump right into homestead hacks. We're still going to have our homestead hacks. DIY. Uh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Uh, anyway, homestead hacks. DIY drip irrigation with old hoses or milk jugs. Hack. Poke. Okay, planning on hydroponic gardening when I move. Aquaponics and hydroponics, Scotty, are a really good way uh, to do things, and if it's done right, you get some really good results out of that. And again, it's same thing; it's maximizing space. Um, DIY drip irrigation with old hoses or milk jugs. Hack. Poke small holes along an old garden hose or use milk jugs with pinholes to slowly water garden rows. You can bury or lay them at the base of plants and connect to a water source or refill as needed. Why this is great, it conserves water, reduces evaporation, and uses up broken or unused material. Now that's a big thing for me is recycle, reuse, and repurpose. Good morning, David Lacey. Good to see you in with Let's Get Started over there. And that's also Glory Hills Homestead. And so good morning to you, bud. Glad to see you in today. Hope it's all well and safe out there. Anyway, so there's a good hack right there. Drip irrigation with old hoses or milk jugs. Um, and I'm all about things like that because I said watering is one of my areas I've always struggled with. And I like reusing things, so that's a good deal. So our tip of the day, quote of the day, goes with the same thing we're just hacking along right here all day today on gardening. The garden suggests there might be a place where we can meet nature halfway by Michael Pollan. That was a quote. The garden suggests there might be a place where we can meet nature halfway. So now that I've went through these things, what's some of y'all's thoughts on uh, gardening in small spaces? I've tried doing it. Uh, Oh my goodness, Roy! What I found was the ones that I couldn't remember, or the ones that figuring out what channel was. I got a notepad that I keep here on my little desk, and if I can't remember, then I'll write the name of the channel and I'll write their name of the people involved with the channel out beside it. It's the only way. We got to have those memory tricks when we start going through and meeting a lot of people. But anyway, it's it is gardening season. A lot of people have, we're in that final week, or they're already in that last, got things in the ground. I am way behind. It's going to be another late garden this year. Hopefully, I can get some stuff going this week. It has been the schedule with events and baby coming and work. Just all of these things have put me, as usual, very behind. Um, but the small space gardening and even like raised bed, those things I enjoy. Uh, you know. And it's and okay, Tracy, I started out on a balcony. We lived in an apartment when we got married. See, and I see that a lot where people do stuff. I was over in Germany back in the '90s, uh, and uh, it's kind of funny. My buddy, he liked to grow the old wacky weed. He liked the marijuana, and in Germany it was legal at the time for personal use. You could grow a small, and so he grew it right out there on his balcony, on their on their like second floor apartment or whatever. But yeah, so you can grow just about anything if the right conditions in a balcony or whatever when it needed sunlight and that stuff. But so small space is always good. I've tried a lot of container gardening when I was still living in town. Had some success, had some failure, and most of that was due to overwatering and underwatering. And that was my number one failures. I think maybe soil wasn't right, but I know definitely water. So those things are important things to know, and pay attention to. And I will say, and I don't have it pulled out of the box from the road trip. I haven't really fully unpacked. Uh, get a Clyde's garden planner as far as regular gardening stuff, um, and companion planting and the frost dates and stuff. It's just a handy little tool. You can get that at Clyde's Garden Planner, and just search that out, Clyde's Garden Planner. You can find it. We gave away a few up at the expo that we went to, and it was people wanted them, people like them. Some people don't need them. They've been doing it. They've got the experience. Um, and Scotty, I was going to talk to you. You're talking about doing aquaponics. Um, or let's see, yeah, you did say aquaponics, right? Let me see, make sure you said aquaponics or hydroponics. You said hydroponics. Okay. Both are good. Heck, here in the west side of the state, MJ grows rampant. It is called ditchweed for a reason. Yeah, it's perfect. Listen, I don't live very far from the weed capital of America, which is Stillwell, Oklahoma. Uh, but anyway, yeah, some of that stuff can grow pretty easy. But you know, that's funny. Made me laugh thinking about that one because I know where you live, so it's the area you live in. But anyway, we but I've not done much with the hydroponics. I mean, and obviously I know it's a water thing. Aquaponics was the one that I was most fascinated with because I get the fish and the uh, and what I like about it, and I'm still interested. I've got to figure out a couple of things with it, but won't be this year. But is the fact that it gets basically 4 growing seasons. You can grow year round. You're not limited on when you can grow. It's keeping the temperature of the water and the temperature in the room regulated, uh, and you're using mediums that are besides regular dirt and soil. It's in a contained space. You can stand. My favorite part, you don't got to bend down and get down on. I can stand up, walk around, and grow it. Uh, a couple of 2 by 4, 2 foot by 4 foot beds um, can grow enough for a family of 4. And that is amazing to me. You don't need a lot of space again. And then you get the fish. Now, the different fish that work with it are different. And we've done a video on that on the old channel, and we're going to have to move it over because it's a great video. So we'll probably move it over to the new channel. And that was with Bob Ryder with Olive Branch Aquaponics. And it's a real good walkthrough on aquaponics. And like I said, though, I've not studied hydroponics the same way. But any type of thing where you're going to grow. Now, Scotty, where you're moving to, if you don't mind sharing, you're moving some point in time, But anyway, so everybody, take note of these things. Like I said, small space doesn't mean you can't do stuff. They're probably usually sold with the roots. Seem to stay fresh longer in fridge. Uh, there you go. That product is usually sold with the roots that seem to stay fresh longer in the fridge. Okay. Uh, but anyway, um, and so, that's that's a good thing there. Things will stay fresh. I don't know. I don't know if you're talking about what David put up there, or if you're talking about something else, Tracy. Uh, or is it you're saying products that are usually sold with the roots seem to stay fresh longer in the fridge? I can see that. Keeps that moisture coming up through the root system. Maybe I guess that's where it goes out. But anyway, uh, so yeah, there you go, guys. Just some good ideas. We're going to go ahead and start transitioning on. I know things were a little different in order. There's a reason for that. Probably going to stay doing that around the same area due to my doctors. Okay, all right. Oh, referring to hydroponics. Okay, all right. That makes sense, Tracy. Uh, yeah, usually so with the roots seem to stay fresh longer in the fridge. Okay, makes sense. I get where you're at. Okay, keeping that moisture in there and it probably keeps them. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, thanks. Like I said again, I'm not totally up on hydroponics. Probably need to learn more about it, but I was about aquaponics because again, I like fish and it helps raise your fish and your vegetables, and so it's an all-around system. I've just got to figure out some things about how well solar would work with it versus regular. Because it requires electricity to run the pumps. But anyway, um, things I like to learn and study, and because I'm trying to figure out which way is the best way. This year will probably be some raised bed, uh, and then we'll see where we go from there. But anyway, uh, let's get on to upcoming events because we do still have them, and they are a lot coming up. And so here we go. All right. Let's see. We just did good morning, E and D. Glad to see y'all. Got his tuck up and going at it this morning. Uh, hope he's here. Is he, or if he's like me, he didn't want to get out of bed. But anyway, new beginning. Let's see. We just did new beginnings. Shindig Ozark Living Expo, April 25th and 26th, Newton County Fair and Rodeo in Jasper, Arkansas. Again, Zach Bauer will be at that event. It's a free event, and all they ask is parking donation. So it's 2 days. He'll be there both days. April 25th and 26th, the Homestead Conference in Waco, Texas. He's still sawing logs. I'm with him, man. I would be too on a normal day. Hey, good morning, Clyde. Good morning. Let's have a cup of coffee. Glad to see you in this morning. Uh, thank you, Janae, for that posting. Yes, hit the likes and hits the thumbs up. I always do that at the end, but yes, definitely thank you. Anyway, so that Homestead Conference in Waco, Texas, that's got a wild lineup of people that they have put together. That's April 25th and 26th. It's a great lineup. You might check into that. Let's see. David said you can do wicking tubs like Leon. That way, if you have to be on the road, don't get a chance to water your plants, you are covered. Yeah, I was very curious about the wicking tubs when I watched Leon's presentations, and I've spoke to Leon directly about them. And we also did a video with our friend Tom, with friend Andy. Andy has done the wicking tubs. That's when I first learned about them. And anyway, yeah, that's a really good one because again, your watering is not as frequent, and if you get rain, that just even less time you have to. But it protects the plants from overwatering. So that's definitely a thing there. So anyway, let's see the homestead. This one, Janae's down in your area, sort of. Homesteading and Outdoor Expo, April 26th. It's at the barn at Oleander in Port St. Lucie, Florida. That's on Saturday the 26th. It's $15. That's the details I know. It's called the Homesteading and Outdoor Expo. Now, see, April 25th and 26th, first annual River Valley Homestead Conference and Poultry Show. Sebastian County Fairgrounds, Greenwood, Arkansas. This one's right here in our backyard. I'm having to balance my schedule, trying to figure out what I can do because that one's going on. It's a first year event that the Wild Huckleberry told me about, and sent me the information on, and I need to try to get down there. One of us does, but then, doggone it, it's 10 Killer YouTube Meetup, April 25th through the 27th. And yes, continue to pray for Miss Dina for the other half of Dyer Family Farm. Dina's been she's been fighting it along with Christine Gillum and Sonia with wild huckleberry, and I don't know what's going on. Where y'all, all the ladies of the events are getting sick. I don't know what's going on. I have to figure things out. But anyway, 10 Killer YouTube Meetup, April 25th through the 27th. That is in Lake Tenkiller, Oklahoma, Cherokee Landing State Park at the Creek Shelter. You need to RSVP to 10Killer YT Meetup at gmail.com. Um, just got my reservations for my camp spot locked in yesterday. Uh, now that the granddaughter's here and things seem to be going well, prayers continuing that she was early. She was like a month early. So uh, little one is, and yes, Dale's daddy. Yep. Dale from 9 Acres, Dale and Nana. They're going. They got some stuff going on there. But anyway, looking forward to going. I sent my little RSVP email out yesterday, and so we're going to head up and spend our weekend up there camping and hanging out with a bunch of YouTubers. I'm going to go check out the Redfern Festival while we're up there, and maybe even do some thrift shopping. Something my wife and I both like to do. Uh, and we're buried off down on the peninsula down there in Choctaw Land down there. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look it up. I just know it was someplace that could fit my travel trailer. And the thank you, Ian. Thank you. Yes, brand new granddaughter number. Grandchild, I'm losing track. Anyway, it's the most recent addition, Lily. She's just over 5 pounds, and but she's got attitude already. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, Mid America YouTube Meetup, Lake Eufaula State Park, the Deep Fork Campground Pavilion, which is where the Nature Center's at. That's May 16th to the 18th. MT Homestead is the host. You can reach them at mthomesteadok at gmail.com. And that is Mid America coming up. And May 17th, 5th annual Shed Farm Homestead Festival. May 17th, Garland, Kansas. Um, yeah, that's yeah, we've got three granddaughters, five, I guess. We got Adriana, we got Isabella, we got Maisie, we got Annie, and we got Lily. We lost Gianna, unfortunately, back in 23, but we got our grandson Jacob, so we're blessed beyond measure with some grandchildren. Let's see, the Homestead Festival, June 6th through the 7th, Hardison Mills near Columbia, Tennessee. That is at Roy Feek's place. That's a big event. One that I would love to make, but probably isn't going to happen this year. But yeah, great event, great lineup. Modern Homesteading Conference, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, June 27th through the 28th. That's modernhomesteading.com. You can find out more information there for those that live out in the Northwest. Of course, September 5th and 6th, Ozarks Homesteading Expo, Marshfield, Missouri. Looking forward to that one a lot. That's a big lineup there, and it was a lot of fun last year, and I can find me some goat's milk ice cream. Hopefully they got that back in action this year. It's a definite treat to go there. And then, of course, Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous, September 26th and 27th at the Southeast Expo Center in McAllister, Oklahoma. That is another great event that we're looking forward to there as well. And the lineup keeps getting better, and sponsors, just everything about it's growing. This is going to be a great event this year. I just feel it. And of course, October 10th and 11th, Homesteaders of America Conference, the granddaddy of them all, in Front Royal, Virginia. So if you're out in the east and the northeast and can make it, that's a great one. There are still tickets. I need to check the count and see where they're at. But there was still tickets the other day, and so we'll find out more about that. So that is all the events that I have. I know there's probably plenty of events out there that I don't have listed. I know there's one coming up in Indiana. I've got to find that information again and get it back out. And so anyway, we are looking forward to that. All these different events that are growing up. And so, anyway, hope you enjoyed the new lineup, the new way of doing things. Let's just get the topic out on the front so we can talk about it, and then we can just bounce through the other stuff and have conversation on the back end. I think we're going to see how that does today. Appreciate you all being in today. That is a wrap for today on the Farm to Table almost said the old channel, the Farm to Table Show Morning Edition. Thanks for joining us as we strive towards building stronger communities for now and in the future. For those who paid attention in the title, today was episode number 75. I can't believe we've done 75 of these already. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit the like, give us the old thumbs up, share it with your friends. Please share it. Subscribe to our channels, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. It is the best way to stay connected and help grow the conversation about food, farming, and community. Until next time, keep your roots deep and your vision growing. Good food starts with great people just like you. And remember, as you're seeing in the chat, we are #stronger together. Be a blessing to someone today. Everybody have a great and wonderful day. Hope you're safe and things are well where you are. And we will see you all on the other side.
No humans were harmed in the production of this podcast.